Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Ruth Marquise, your favorite realtor. Welcome to Ruth and Relationships. Welcome to the Ruth. Welcome to the Ruth and Relationship Show. I am your host, Ruth Marquise, aka your favorite realtor, aka your favorite credit specialist, aka your love negotiator. I help men and women relate, get into quality relationships that lead to quality families, that lead to quality communities, that lead to quality legacies. Let's build. Today's topic: do women still want to get married or no? Do women still want to get married or no? Do women still want to get married or no? Post and pin. I think we're ready. Y'all ready? If you ready, say yeah. Yeah. I need Facebook, where you at? If you're watching this on a replay, if you're on here, say hi. If you're watching this on replay, hashtag replay. There's so many things to remember now. Like I had all this before. Now we gotta do certain things on certain platforms and stuff. Why you acting stupid, Instagram? Now they don't want to post it. I ain't messing with you, Instagram. It's okay. We all at YouTube. We at Facebook. Let's pull up Facebook. Hey, I see y'all. How you doing today? Do women still want to get married or no? Y'all want to get married or not? Because I'm telling you, the way I was acting like marriage was a rash. you act like you. I'm just you act. You act like marriage is a rash. You can't even say it. You can't even say it. All right. So, do y'all think marriage is a rash? Do y'all want to get married? He said, "Siren." Ooh! Siren. Hey, Will. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So we are finally here. Woo! Yes. So, do women still want to get married? Look and see. Okay, so can you hear me? Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, if you heard the sirens, we're good. We're good. Okay, that's all that matters. All right. So, hey, Jahi. Did I say it right? Jahi. Good morning, Keon. It's been a minute. How are you today? Yes. All right. Good morning. So, do y'all think women want? Okay, women. Okay, wait. I said women don't want to get married anymore. But my question is, do women still want to get married? I want to hear from the men. Remember, let the men speak. Let the men speak today. Let the men speak today, because I'm here to tell you, my friend, when I first started the journey, I remember as a woman be like, you know what? I don't think guys want to get married no more, right? And then what I realized as time went on, I said, it's the guys. It's the guys. They don't want to get married. That's why this is all going on, right? And then I realized, ladies, y'all don't want to get married either. But now the tables have turned. Oh, have they turned? I think the men want to get married more than the women. That's my theory. He said, I've been good, about to get ready for work. There you go. Do they? That's a question. Okay. They want to get married, but listen, this is why I'm just trying to say, like, when y'all saying stuff like, when you coming at them like, I want to go ahead, or I hope you have a great day at work, Keon. When you trying to get a woman, right? It's almost like you have to convince her to marry you at this point. She's like, no, y'all not getting me with that. Nah, that's a bad contract. But what she doesn't realize, remember, with women, if anything, I want to teach that I have learned about women is that even though some of us have our little I say us because I gotta put myself in. I'm a woman, right? But this ain't me. The We might have our little ways to get things and use something to get something, but it's innocent. It's as a kid. No, okay, some of y'all gonna be like, y'all ain't innocent, but not that type of girl, okay? A lot of the things we women do, we don't know any better. We don't know any better, and that is why we need you guys. I'm just being real. That's why they need to get married. That's why they need to get married. Think about a girlfriend that you had. She's a sweetheart. And she's like, oh no, that guy, he doesn't want me. He's not into me. He's just my friend. And in your mind's like, this girl is so naive. That guy wants to sleep with her. Did that ever happen to you? Have you ever been in that scenario? That goes to show you, that I see you hitting the like button, that we don't understand. If you say, come on, let's go to my house, shorty, she don't know what that means. She think y'all about to pop some popcorn, sit back, relax, about to have a good old time. Y'all gonna cuddle. She don't know it's gonna go down like Bobby Brown. She don't know. We don't know these things. If you didn't have a daddy to teach you, if your daddy didn't tell you nothing, you don't know. I used to hate that word naive. I used to hate that word submit. I used to hate all these words, okay? But if you're walking around telling women, if you want to be my wife, you're going to submit, they ain't not going to want to get married. So let's stop. Don't talk like that. But you're looking for someone that's willing to. Is this better? I think it's a little better. All right. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. It's not about me. It's about y'all. But thank you for your input. All right, so some women don't want to get married, yo, straight up. I mean, I'm about to talk to you about it. Let me show you. Let me show you some things. We're about to go into this, a couple videos, and you'll get my reaction. Because let me tell you, for the longest time, I'm like, who don't want to get married? And nowadays, it's like before the relationship show, I'm like, I haven't heard a woman say I want to get married in a minute. Like, they don't say the word marriage. They want to get engaged. They want to have a wedding, but I don't hear the word marriage and wife a lot. I just don't. I'm just being honest. Hey, I'm being honest. I said, you do know that's work, right? You want something, but it's going to be work. Men are conditioned to work, right? Women don't think that marriage is work. We don't know no better. I told you that we don't know no better. Before I started the show, well, maybe yesterday. I did cook breakfast first or something like that. Cooking 2 meals a day now. The kids is out. We don't know it's work. We don't know you got to feed. You want kids, but you got to feed them all the time. They stay hungry. We don't know about that. Thinking they're going to order all their food. Oh. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's beautiful. We don't know. Just give us a break, guys. We don't know. Get you a good-hearted woman, not an evil-hearted woman, a good-hearted woman, and teach her the game because we don't know. I'm just saying. But a lot of us do know. A lot of us are learning. A lot of us are growing. And you have to do the work because the way we were raised, and I'm about to talk about it, the way we were raised, honey, we were taught to go to school. We were taught to build to get a job. We weren't even taught to get our own business. Or we was taught to do whatever you want to do, be whatever you want to be, but just don't be a stay-at-home wife, right? They were disrespecting stay-at-home wives before. But when you have 1 or 2 kids, stay-at-home wife is like a reality. That's a thing. Like it's me or you trapped in this house with this baby. Let me get back. Hold on 1 second. I gotta say what I gotta say. It's me or you. I'm not gonna say trapped, but trapped in this house with a baby that none of y'all want to pay daycare for, and you want the baby to stay home because you want to make sure they're good, nice and safe in your arms. One of us has to stay home with this baby. Now, is it going to be the higher earning man who's going to support the family, pay the bills, and the woman stays home, takes care of the family, make sure everything's running smoothly, nurturing? That's work, ladies. That's work. I've never said it wasn't work. Kids are not a baby doll. Y'all know this, right? You're doing it anyway as a single mother. Come on, somebody. This is why I don't understand. I'm confused. how you think single motherhood is better than marriage. That it's like the reason why people would think like that is because they only seen a single mom. They didn't see marriage. They didn't see a partnership. They didn't see two people working together. Okay? They didn't see that. So if you don't see that, then you don't know that that exists. Right? If you never heard of college, you don't know it exists. Right? So yeah, we were told to go to school, and then after you are well established, you get a job. After you get your money up, then you get married and all of that. Now everybody want to flip everything on its head. So let's talk about it. And then the women just say like, well, I'm not going to be your slave. I don't want to be your slave. I don't want to be your slave. I mean, when you think about it, I don't know. I did a whole video on cooking and cleaning. I was like, when you think about it, like you was gonna have to clean it up anyway. You was gonna have to cook something anyway, right? He was gonna have to pay the bills anyway. Y'all just deciding that we all don't have to have all the responsibilities, the same jobs, take care of ourselves by ourselves. We're gonna combine resources, okay? Imagine you had a business and you had a spouse to work in your business full time. I know, just go with me on this hypothetical journey. Full time. You have a person that can work full time. How far? Come on, somebody. I gotta talk to me. How far would your business go if you don't gotta come out your pocket every 5 seconds to pay your employee? You got a full-time spouse working in your business. How fast y'all about to make some money? Explain to me. How fast y'all about to make that bread? How fast are y'all about to get to the next level, huh? That's the position you put yourself in when you get married and y'all do things together. You have a whole nother human being that can help you on that journey to bring up children and build your legacy, right? Bring up the next generation, run businesses, create generational wealth that your parents couldn't create. And if they did create it for you, then you have a role model of what to do. Tell me, where is the lie? I'm waiting. So when women don't want to get married, they don't want to be responsible to somebody else. They feel like that man is going to abuse them. And that's why they don't want to get married, because they don't know any better. They was dealing with the Pookies and the Ray Rays. I hate when y'all say that. They was dealing with the Pookies and the Ray Ray. Hey, Lalu. They was dealing with these guys, and they feel like those guys are going to take advantage of them full time. They was only getting taken advantage of part time. But now you want that guy to be my husband? Hello, great one, he says. Hello, how are you, Lalu? You want that guy to be my husband? So there's a level of fear and hurt. I'm gonna show you. I'm not even gonna tell you. I'm gonna get my commentary later. You're just gonna have to hold on. You're just gonna have to hold on. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, so some women are terrified of getting married. They rather have a baby, do what they want to do. He said, oh, that's why. Will says, oh, that's why. Keisha says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, love. How are you? Women, why don't you want to get married? My women, what reasons would you not want to get married? Right? Because think about it. Let's just say, run the whole playroom. Let's just say rent. I don't know where you live, but let's say the man is paying $1,500. The woman is paying $1,500, right? And then everybody got to pay a light bill, 2 separate light bills, 2 separate gas bills, 2 separate water bills, your car insurance, your car note, all of these things. When you start combining those things, it's only one mortgage. Y'all went from $3,000 to $1,500. That's one. Where that $1,500 go? Y'all know y'all going back to work. Stop acting like y'all gonna stop working. Y'all know y'all going back to work because it takes 2 incomes to run the house, right? I'm just saying this is what it is. I didn't say how much you made. I'm talking about just your bills, okay? So anything above and beyond is to be saved, to be invested, all that good stuff. Monet says, good morning, love. Good morning. How are you? Yes, I am doing greater than yesterday, Lalu, and I hope you are too. Women, why would you not get married? We want to know. The men, do y'all want to know if why women don't want to get married anymore? Like, okay, maybe you do want to get married, but what would be the reason why you hesitate, right? Jump in the rope. Like, double dutch, you just jump in, oh, no, right? What's the reason? Okay? Because this is why I say, when they talking that I'm benevolent dictatorship, right? Will says we certainly do. We certainly do. The men want to know, right? When they say benevolent dictatorship, like when men take that role, like I'm boss, I'm running the show, right? Women are like, last time I checked, I think I paid my own everything. My own everything, and then some. So men have to evolve from that barbaric attitude of I'm completely the boss. I don't need nobody. What boss don't need his employees? Tell me, explain, please. What boss don't need clients and customers? Come on. What boss that don't need people? You need somebody, right? You got to be nice to somebody. So we need each other. Is that the reason why, ladies? All right, let's go into it. Now, these girls, I'm gonna explain, like, I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know where they find these people. But they're out there. I know they're out there. I can't deny it. Why would you want to? All right, so here we go. We back to this. All right, okay. So, you ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2.
My next topic is, all right, so I'm going to go down the line. I'm just going to ask okay. And when they come, I'm not going to say no to everybody. I mean, I wouldn't experience it. I don't know about everybody else. This ain't no fucking video game.
She said, I want to experience it. Pause. Last time I checked, marriage was a lifetime commitment. How are you going to experience marriage? Like, it's really like, this is our mentality. Like, I'll taste it. I'll dip my toe in the water. But the whole lifetime thing, no, I'm good. So yeah, experience it. I probably would feel offended a little bit too. Wait. But look, do you see how they talking? And all the guys go back. Hold on, go back. Because you gotta read body language, ladies and guys. Look at the guys, they chilling right now. Let me see what he say. Let me see their reaction.
Video game.
Yeah, try it out.
So you saying yes right now? That's what it sounds like. No. You heard that?
She said she's taking it back. She said it and then she took it back. So it's a hesitation. I don't know why. I don't know. I remember the days when, don't start with forever. Doesn't last too long. Will says, well, nowadays nothing lasts a lifetime. Well, we can't say these things. We got to believe that it can. With the right person, it can go. I think marriage still works. We just got to decide, you know what? I know everybody talk a lot of trash about marriage, but we're going to be the ones we're going to be the ones to cross that finish line. And the way I would, What is it when you put your bets, like place your bets, not double down, but oh, what's that thing when you hedge? When you the way I would hedge my bet is to find somebody that has loyalty, right, and somebody that knows how to suffer, long suffering, somebody that can handle pressure, right? Because it's not always going to be perfect. Somebody that's always improving. So that way you're not like upset that this person's not doing what they need to do. I've watched them, I've vetted them, I've seen them improve. So there's ways. I'm not saying that you can't get it. A lifetime commitment. Like it's a commitment that's a lifetime. And guess what? Every day you choose to get married. Let me say something real quick because I got something to say. Every day you wake up, you don't have to see today. So you're choosing life every single day. And when you're married, every single day is a choice. Every single day y'all choose, like, listen, I can't promise you forever because you might, for real, you sometimes I get it. But at the same time, today I'm choosing to love. Today I'm choosing. See, love is a choice. It's not a feeling. That's probably why the divorce rates are high, because we're going on our feelings. F your feelings. It's not about feelings. It's about, listen, we're going to have a rough patch, but we got to make it through no matter what. And you got to have somebody that has that kind of mentality. But if I'm going into marriage with somebody that says, you know, nothing lasts forever. No, I'm not getting married today. I'm not getting married today. I ain't saying it's forever. I'm saying till death do us part. Marriage is not forever. It's till one of us go. All right. Hopefully we don't kill each other. This the one. This is the Scrooge.
Just now. Yeah, that's great. All right, what about you, Dizzy? So we got 3 no's. And Candy, what about you? She said yes. Okay. All right.
Two no's and 2 yeses. And I think that part right there, I feel like that's accurate. 50% of y'all want to get married and 50% don't want to get married. And the 50% that want to get married have no clue what these guys are looking for. A lot of them don't have a clue what guys are looking for or what their guy, the guy they're looking for is looking for. So that's the part. That's probably why we can't get what we want, because we are not willing to make the changes necessary to be conducive. Oh, let me go. Cambolini, what's her name? Come. Deja. I forgot her name, but it was an African movie. And this girl, oh my gosh, it was. I was talking about this before in the earlier show. Y'all bringing me down memory lane. It was so cute. She was very messy, dropped her shoes at the house. And you got to remember, you know, women be like, oh, why you think I'm just going to clean your house? Why you think? Because his house is clean. Because his house is clean. Why you think I'm just going to cook you food? Because he cooked food for himself. He don't eat. Yo, so quick to be like, oh, you so cheap. You don't want to go out to eat. And then the man is over here cooking for himself. The food is healthier, right? And it's more cost effective. And he's probably saving for some stock play or some real estate play. But all you can see is, I want to go spend the money today. Every woman's not like this, but a majority of us are. A majority. Okay? If you look, we are not the ones like, most of the time, we're not the ones like, oh, I want to be so frugal and so cheap. And I'm going to save, and we're going to get $20,000 so we can go get this. And we saving $20,000 is going to be for our nice house. And we saving $20,000 is going to be for our nice car. But it's not going to be. I just listened to Grant Cardone say that he saved, he lost $5,000 on one of his first deals because the money was too small. He saved $350,000 to do a big deal. It took him 3 years. Robert Kiyosaki, maybe because we don't know about money. Maybe that's what it is, right? Maybe that's what it is. I'm like, why am I the way I am? Right? Why don't I go spend more money on certain things? Right? Because I remember the guy that owned half of Hawaii was driving around in an old pickup truck. That's how he was able to own it. Then when everything started popping off, now everybody know who he is, but he was already sacrificing. So we got to learn the sacrifice part. We got to learn the saving part. We got to learn all of these disciplines. This is why they keep saying they're going to get to this part where we're not disciplined and all that. Listen, I could fight all day till I'm blue in the face. But when you look at the real stats, like what time is your kid's bedtime? Discipline. Do they check in with you? Discipline. Are they back talking? Discipline. Are they getting away with stuff that they shouldn't be getting away with? But if a guy is on it, he gonna make sure some things getting done. And some guys it goes the other way. But it got to be one strict parent. All right, so that knows what's going on. Will says, I remember when girls dreamed of their wedding day and learned to take care of a household. Somebody made a really good point, and I agree. Will, they dream of their wedding day, but I think now they dream of a G-Wagon. They dream of bags. They dream of material things, and they want to go get it. But what they don't understand is that if the average income is $38,000 for a Black woman, like you're not getting no like amazing lifestyle like that without sacrifice, without doing certain things. You're not gonna get it. What you see, you're not ever gonna touch it if you don't make the right moves. And you'll have a better chance at going for those things if you start working together with the man. If you started a family. All right, now, so my kids are older. I have a 9-year-old, I have a 14-year-old, I have a 17-year-old, then the baby's 2. All of them are girls. So when don't do that, Ruth. Don't do that. Sorry, I have a kid that's going to college, so I'll be a little emotional. I remember when I started my real estate career, and I had to put together these folders, and the people in the office were saying, oh my gosh, why are you making so many folders? Why are you over here printing so much paper? Because I had a vision in my mind. 50 folders, I'm going to put together these buyer packets, and the kids help me put them all together. I can have them work in my business I ain't going to say for free. I give them a little, so I slide them a little something. Everybody these kids work for money. I ain't going to lie, but the money is so small. I'm telling you, right? But I make them start at a low number, and now I pay them more. But actually, the younger ones get paid more than the oldest one. But my point is, as I'm getting older, they're going to be in the family business, whether they like it or not. They can go out to corporate America. This is what y'all need to. Oh Jesus, this is what y'all need to understand. They can go out to corporate America. My daughter, she started with me, and then when it was time to get a job, she want to put me down. Oh, you don't want to work for mom, but you want to put me down as a reference. Oh, I understand. Will says they dreaming of Louis, Gucci, and Birkin. Right, just dreaming, because how you going to make it happen? Dreaming is not going to make it happen. So you might as well go buy the fake one and sit down somewhere. Anyway, the amount of work that it takes to build a business. That's why no man will ever say, Ruth said, you bum, and you trying to start this business. You got dreams and you're not doing nothing about it. No, I know how hard this is. I know how hard how in slow motion it can feel, right? So I already know what all that's like. Anyway, back to I now lost my trend. We were talking about the kids and everything like that. Oh yeah. They can go. My oldest is finding out real quick, like, Ma, they not trying to, they took her hours down. They're not trying to pay me. I'm not understanding. They pay more now, but they're not trying to give me days. They're not trying to give me hours. I already knew it was going to be I already knew it was going to be something to it, right? So she's like, they're not trying to pay me. I'm like, y'all, you can go out there. People that used to work for me, they can go. But what you're going to realize is you're going to have to, one day you're going to be like, they don't want nothing good for me, but Ruth wants something good for me. Right? Mom wants something good for me. Mom is trying to help me build. When we start building together, we got something. People that's on my team now, they used to work for me. We didn't work for a time, and now we work again. Now everybody's grateful for each other. That's how it's going to be when people realize, like, look, I do want to get married, because now we can go out and we can make anything happen that we want to. If we want Louis, if we want Gucci, we want Birkin, we can make it happen. What's the plan? But what I like about what Grant Cardone, I was listening to Grant Cardone all morning, so don't mind if I mention him. I thought I finally could listen. So they say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So I must be going to another level. So he was saying how he just spent $460,000 on some truck. He said he never spent this kind of money on it. He said it's the stupidest thing he ever did. But when his quarter doubled, he's like, he felt like that he could spend the money on nonsense. It doesn't matter what he spent, like only spend $400,000 on a car when $400,000 don't mean nothing. That's how I always saw it. That's how I always saw it. I was like, so y'all want to be y'all the kids. I tell them, I said, so you want mommy to have an $800 car note? Keisha says I like Grant. I said, so y'all want me to have this expensive car note? No, mommy. I said, okay, well, we just gonna have to sacrifice for now. So anyway, I said all that to say that once we start realizing the power in relationships, the power in connection, the power in I know this, I'm good at this section and you're good at that section. Let's put together. Right. And when you said, when Will said, I remember the day when women used to dream of having a wedding. Now women dream of weddings, but they don't dream of a marriage. You dream of a wedding and you don't dream of a marriage and you don't mind getting divorced. Right. But it was like the hardest decision I ever made in my life because I did not want that at all. Like I was like, this is like close to death as possible as it is. That's not what I wanted. I fought. But some people just like, I just try it. We'll see if it fit, like you Cinderella in the shoe. Oh, it don't fit. Okay, let's throw it out. But you really need to do everything you can before you get married to know who that person is, who you are, so that way y'all have a good relationship and it can work. I'm only like 30 seconds into it. Sorry, y'all. She's mad as shit. Go first. Guys, okay? Do you see what he just did? She's like, I don't want to go first. And he's like, well, she went already, right? The first one went already. It's your turn now. He stood his ground. And so you don't have to be like, woman, I told you. He was never going to say that, but you get what I'm saying? Some guys, they just feel like, oh, she don't listen to nothing I say. He's like, well, she went first and I want you to go. Like they know how to good men know how to handle this kind of pushback. And her answer is just no. She said she heard a lot of bad stories.
So you never heard any good stories? You never heard no good stories about that?
That's it. Y'all, what do y'all think about her not ever hearing a good story about marriage? That could be one of the reasons. Never heard a good story about marriage. And you know what's so crazy? Even if you heard bad stories about marriage, right? As a woman, I don't know. I would think men should be more scared than women, because you know it really could be like a lot. What should I say? Yeah. So she said, I heard only bad stories about marriage. But I'm sure that you know what's so crazy though? It's like she probably knows just a few marriages. There's probably like not that many to start, and then there's a few marriages, and those are not good, or they complain. People listen. Yo, have you ever had? Let me ask you a question. Let me try to explain. Let me explain marriage in a nutshell, okay? Have you ever had a child and the baby, the kid's like, oh my God, your baby's so cute. Your baby is the nicest baby. It's the most adorable, handsome, pretty. Okay? And what do you say? What do you say? You say, not all the time. Like they don't behave all the time. That person was like, that kid's an angel, right? But no, the kid is not an angel because the kid is a kid. Kids are not angels. They're kids. So you're going to start saying, no, but every time I try to put him to sleep, you want to wake up. And every time I try to change his diaper, it stinks. And every time, like, all these things you're complaining about, but that's the job. So when married people complain, I just be laughing, and I'm always thinking of that example, like, they never going to say, oh my gosh, marriage is so perfect. It's so lovely. No, and you find your person. and then you get used to your person, and then you focus on the bad things you don't like about them, and then you complain. That does not make it a bad marriage, y'all. It doesn't.
You want children? You got two daughters. Like, so you think? So why do people prioritize having kids before being married? Like, everybody different.
She's like, everybody different. Y'all know a guy that act like this. This how y'all act now, lady. She's giving me a little masculine energy here. She's like, everybody different. You know, like little short little answers, nothing deep. Right? So she's like, everybody different. I don't know. You know, and it's like what he's trying to say is, wait, you don't have the principle of getting married first and then having a baby. Oh, now everybody want to talk about these things after I had a baby. Is probably what she thinking. Like, y'all ain't say that before, right? Yeah. So she's like, oh, I have two daughters. And on top of that, I don't want to get married. So after the first daughter, you ain't say, wow, I made a mistake. Let me go ahead and get married. But this is not what's taught anymore. Now it's taught like the baby shower is the wedding, and you know, like the older people know better, but the younger people don't know any better. So everybody's like, oh my God, you're having a baby. It's all celebrated and everything. You should celebrate it, but you should also tell that girl, like, baby girl, you need to get married, sis. Like, you need to get married. If you don't know, now you know. Like Kirk Franklin used to say.
All right.
Or Biggie. Look at them smiling. Look at them smiling. Look at the guy smiling. Because this is basic stuff. This is basic. Why is a strange guy teaching her how it's supposed to go and how it'll be beneficial to her life? That means nobody ever broke it down to her like this. That makes me mad. Like, nobody really gonna tell you what's good for you? Everybody just gonna use you, huh? Family use you, your man use you. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because you didn't require it. But she didn't even know to require it. She just went with her attitude like, nah, I'm good. But you had the kids though. All right. So she said you ain't got to be married to have somebody forever in your life. That's what she said. I'm sorry. Like, I don't normally blame the guys, but they about to say she sound like a guy. She sound like the guy. This is her adopting what somebody told her. She's like, nah, you don't gotta have a piece of paper. Like I said, don't know better. See? So both of them says usually how it go, hey, what's up, Ray? Both of these girls say they don't want to get married. I don't need a piece of paper. I don't need this, none of that. What'd she say again? Oh, basically y'all can stay together till death do us apart and all that. But let me tell you, the part that she don't understand is when you get married, when you're not married, that person could leave you the next day. No consequences, no repercussions, no nothing. Right? Except for the fact that your family's separated. But when you are married, men are not asking for divorce. It's women that's asking for divorce, right? So for a woman, that don't even make sense for you to be like, nah, it's all good. It don't make sense. It's like, well, at least this is something he has to go through a process to just walk away. He can't just walk away that easily. So it's going to encourage him to stay. And we're going to work on this. So I don't agree with that. Now you have children with this person. You built a life together. y'all have a home. It gets so messy with who owns what and what percentage. You should hear the title company people. I was like, this gonna be. Sometimes I be looking at the paper like, this gonna be a mess. Like, who's like, when y'all married and y'all both y'all names go on a piece of paper, that's different. But y'all just boyfriend and girlfriend, you buy a house in one person name. Do not do that. You just gave them the house. You just gave them the house. At least if y'all married, you got a fighting chance on at least getting some of that. He says, I'm in that situation. Yeah, I understand. So getting a house, that's so funny. Like, I wasn't even thinking about that too. But this is really what happens. There's so much legal protection when you're married. There's so much financial protection, health, and get health insurance, all these different benefits to being married. But let's put the kids in it. You raise a kid and you know from the beginning to the end. You can't be like, let me be real. We got broken homes. You send your kid over there to the other person's house. You have no idea what they're doing with your kid. Your kid grows up confused. They don't know whether to be strict or to be loose, like mommy or like daddy. They don't know. He said, we're not together, both names on it. Yep. Yes, it's tricky. It gets so tricky. But at least if it was, people say like, oh, and divorce is bad for men and all that. But in that situation, it would have been easier for you to just, this is what we're going to do, cut and dry. And it's black and white. Me and you, we are together. We want to ride this out. We want to get to the end. If it doesn't work out, this is like, it's like putting your agreement with somebody on paper. I am not showing you a house unless we have an agreement on paper. That's how deep it is, right? That's how deep it is. So if that's how it is in real estate, and it's not, you can rip the paper up and say, Ruth, I'm not working with you. I'm cool with that. But it's me getting you to mentally commit to me being your realtor. Right? I'm not gonna go and sue you. It's cool. If you want to get out, I'll get out. He said, going through that now. It's okay. Like, I like to have that commitment that you're not like, I don't want to deal with somebody that's dealing with a whole bunch of people, because when I put my all in, you're giving me a fraction. That's what marriage is about. Everybody's giving their whole self in this. And then if it doesn't work out, now we're splitting everything that we built together a certain kind of way, whether it's 50-50, whether it's 60-40, however way it shakes out is cool. But it's in black and white. It's a piece of paper. But now if you just a baby mom, you're gonna get just the baby mom results. You're gonna have the minimum that person wants to pay, the minimum of everything. You wasted you could have put your whole heart in it, and you're getting a fraction back. But at least the law is recognizing when you're married that, look, you stayed home. Can you imagine that you stay home, right? And y'all not married. You stay home, y'all not married. Y'all stay together for 50 years. He built his whole retirement up, and you got zero since y'all break up tomorrow. He walks away at $500,000 in retirement. You have nothing. Like, come on, man. It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. He's not gonna be like, you know what? I got all this money. Let me break you off something. Like, every dude is not like that, So you put things on paper. Did we know that in contract law? You put things on paper. That's what you do. Okay. And all these guys that's on this panel, let me show you the guys. They all like, yo, this is basic stuff. Like, why would you not want to raise your kid with a mom and a dad in the same house? If it's a broken house, fine, that's cool. But the next kid, at least plan out for it. Plan for these things.
That's what Nick's been saying since the beginning. Why are you married?
It should be buyer's insurance at closing when you're not married. It should be signed agreement of separation. The person who pays for the mortgage and should keep the home. I think when you talk to the title company, you got to go in a certain kind of way. So it's a lot of things that you got to know when buying a home. Yep. So that's one thing I would say, because title company would have advised you to go a different route. And you said buyer's insurance at closing. Yeah, I definitely get it. No, it's a risk. It's a whole risk. Sometimes the parent buy the house. Sometimes the parents buy the home, and they're like, "Oh, I want to leave this house for my kid." They put the kid on the mortgage, they put everything. Then the kid stops them from moving forward. They have to go through the kid. It's like you screwing yourself. You have to go through your own child, get them to sign something just so you can sell your house. Now you got split profits. Now and you're doing all the work and all the effort. That's crazy. So yeah. So anytime you put somebody else on the on title, is going to be something.
So you gonna ring on? I'm gonna ring on my finger, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what women say. Yo, this is a piece of paper. Like, why we not get married? But why do you want to get married? Well, why, of course.
And that's what I want to say too. I feel like these guys, like, because I'm trying to say, like, it's a bunch of guys. They want to get married, and then now the women don't want to get married. But what I'm thinking is that when they were kids, they saw, and I said this yesterday, they saw Papa say, "I'm gonna leave for some sugar and don't come back," right? Because my mouth was real slick. He said, "I ain't taking this woman's mouth no more." He was out, right? Whether he was doing right or wrong, whatever, but he was out. So when those little boys grew up, they were like, I'm not going to leave my kids. I want my kids to grow up in a 2-parent household. Experience taught them. So now it's like, you want to save the women, but at the same time, it's like, maybe it's just their daughters that can be saved, because she's about to tell y'all that she's going to teach this to her kids, not to get married. Like, it's one thing to not want to do something. It's another thing to pass that along to the next generation. So like I said, these guys grew up, they said, no matter what, I'm not leaving the men don't really leave their woman anymore. It's women that's leaving the men. 80% of the time, it's the women leaving the men. So those little boys grew up and they said, I'm not gonna walk away from my kid. And then you still are in the situation. That's what's unfortunate. So you can't get somebody that is haphazard. You see that the attitude of take it or leave it on marriage. You have to get a woman that's like, I want to be married, and not only do I want a wedding, I want to be a wife, and I'm going to do what needs to happen for us to make it work. And women like that exist. Women like that are out here, and that's who I would put my chips on, not the woman that don't care either way. He said, and if I do sell, I got to give her half. Yeah, you just got to, she never paid a payment. Yeah, well, it can get tricky. It depends on, like, if that person had a child with you, or, yeah. I can see how that's messed up. But you also can just get it done out the way, and then get another house with the way the equity's going, and get your equity back another way. But yeah, sometimes you take the L. Like, people don't want to get divorced. People don't want to get divorced at all. They don't want to give up half their money. Can you imagine you not even married to somebody, you got to give them half? Like, at least if you was married, right? If I was married, I wouldn't, and I was a dude, I wouldn't mind giving, like, I would a little bit more. But a random like a person I didn't marry, I got to give them half? Yeah, I don't know about that. That's crazy. That sounds like some finessing. 600,000 can't sell without her signing. Hey, Catherine. That's crazy. But you know what? Like, real estate prices going to keep going up, so you might as well get into something that's even bigger. So if you could sell it and get a bigger property that you think, yeah, I know you're not married. We had this whole conversation, Ray. I'm a realtor, remember? So yeah, I remember. And yeah, you might as well get another property that could be like $1 million one day, and then just take the money out of that one and put it into the next one and keep it moving, and take it as a loss. But the longer y'all stay in that situation, the more she's gonna get. So, well, yeah, go with what your lawyers are telling you. Deonta says, "Get guru." Yes, thank you.
Continuing the same cycle of single motherhood, that's not helping out our kids. You know what I mean? We see the results of kids that are raised in single parent households. They're more likely to be gang affiliated, they're more likely to go to jail, they're more likely to be less educated, especially Black boys. So I believe the family, we don't have structure in the Black community, and that's what's really lacking. Like, when you see the lack of structure, you see the gender wars is going on the Black and the Black white, each other, bashing each other, doing this, that, and the third. So I think too many times we hear horror stories of failed relationships, and the good relationships we would never hear about because they're too busy basking in in a successful relationship and not on social media bragging about how successful their relationships are.
So let me stop right there. First of all, I love how he and give the money to my kid. Right. He said, no, I'm going to take a second mortgage out for the full amount and give the money to my kid. Oh, that's smart. Yeah. So if she that sound like a plan, man. That sound like a plan. Don't let nobody know finagle, finesse you, and you ain't even commit to that person. No. Mm-mm. How you feel like you entitled to having stuff and you didn't? Yeah, I don't know. I can't speak on it. That sound like a good plan. Oh, what I was gonna say was I like how this guy's talking like I want to fix the Black community, but the only way I can help, my main way of helping is by me doing the right thing and being an example. And I think a lot of the men are either saying this or should say this and decide like, look, the way it's going right now, leaving them as single mothers is not going to help. So let me build my family. Let me do what I need to do to make it a better, like, you know how they say, if you want to fix the world, fix your life. That's it. Putting them in his kids to give him his kids the best start. And if more people would do that, then we could turn those numbers around. But that doesn't, it's crazy. Because at some point, like I said, if you're raising a boy at a certain amount, at a certain age, you are no good to him as a mother. He just think he a whole man at 13, 14. And that's when they go do whatever they want to do. Because they're like, now you a woman and you can't just, like you would literally have to like pay for a plane ticket to get them to stop, right? But yeah, so you're gonna need that father. You're gonna need him to have somebody that he respect. He gonna need that structure, that father figure. He gonna need to know the rules. He gonna need to not to be like, oh, I let him off easy. I spoil my son. No, like hold him accountable. So I like how he want to do that. Incarceration rate, the less education, especially for Black men. So if he's as a single and being a single mom, your son was more likely to go to jail. That's not a good. Like if you know being a single mom is a statistic, then you need to do everything you can. This is the best thing you can do for your family is to get married to a good man. That's the best thing you can do. So that way that person is not, they know what a man looks like. They know what a good man looks like. They have that example. Like I tell my kids, like, mommy didn't have to go to college, but because I wanted to be my own business owner. But when I did go to college, it set the standard that, okay, guys, y'all gonna have to do something because mommy went to college. I'm not gonna sit there and say, well, I didn't go to college. And then I'm telling you, you have to graduate. You can't do that. It gotta be, you have to be the example. You know what I mean? And so that's the same thing when you, even if you're a single mother and you decide to embrace the idea of marriage and a 2-parent household and y'all work together and make things happen. Now you can say, mommy was married, now I expect you to get married. So your kids can be straight. Maybe you started as a single mother, but your kid don't have to be a single mother. Why would you want that for them? And it's not easy. Right. So many people want to be rappers because somebody said it the best. Back in the day when there was only drug dealers around as a role model, everybody wanted to be a drug dealer. Now rapping, now everybody want to be a rapper. And then there's or athlete. The boys are gonna do, and the girls are gonna do what their parents are doing or what they see other people are doing. Right? This is I see my parents don't have a lot, but I see that guy over there. He always had money, so I'm gonna go ahead and do what he is doing, not knowing that they're about to go to jail for it, not having a dad explain like, yo, I've been in that lifestyle. I know what that's like, speaking that language, talking like a man to him. right? And if he still go ahead through it, but at least he knew better in the back of his head. But if he ain't never know, like this girl who never had an example of what a real marriage looks like, to say I don't want to be married, I can't even be mad at her because you didn't have what we had. Full House. No, not Full House. Child, did you even? Not Full House. Oh my gosh! But you know it's so funny. What is Laura and Steve Urkel? Family Matters, okay? And you know it's so funny. I used to always get them wrong when I was a kid. I got it wrong, right? We had Family Matters. We had The Cosby Show. We had The Jeffersons. We had all of these family shows. So that's why people still want to get married. Now we don't have that. We have The Real Housewives of Atlanta. We have reality shows of women fighting, women twerking, and we are doing everything. We getting cosmetic surgery, whatever our images that we portray. I remember when I was younger, I would count the black people on TV. I would count them. Yes, I would. I'd be like one, like I was my son. I'm like, oh, two in the 2 minute time period. I saw 2 black people. That was a good day, right? It wasn't enough black people on it, like in represented commercials. So representation matters, right? When you see a woman and you saw Claire Huxtable and she was a lawyer, you wanted to be Claire Huxtable. You wanted to look, oh no, honey, because we had our own role models, even on TV. Nowadays, you don't have that. You have social media, you have the wrong thing. Social media is not good for adults. Imagine what it's doing to the kids' mind. Right? Esther Theodore, she says, when I asked the question, do women still want to get married? I'm on my Facebook page. She says, no, not like before. All real women has a backup plan. We've seen too much and been through too much. Right. The backup plan. So women have been burnt in relationships, so they don't want to get married. But at the same time, hold on. You gotta get up and do what you gotta do. Monet says yes. We got you, Monet. All right. So let's keep going.
And I almost like the cycle to continue. Like, would you want your kids to get married?
That was such a good question.
What you know about it, like, it's just been nothing good. I don't use the ends. Would you recommend your kids to get married? But I'm saying, like,
and this is a good example of, she got a whole lot of attitude, but she's still quiet.
would you recommend your kids to get married? But I'm saying, like,
This is her personality. She's like, go find out there what marriage is like, because you ain't learning over here.
That's the whole point, like what he's saying as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you wanna, I'm not saying to tell them to get married, just anybody. You just wanna start to switch that cycle up. You know what I'm saying? I just can't see how people prioritize having a child before being married. Like, that's the same cycle you've been in, and that's the same cycle that's continuing to hold us back. Single parent household, you know what I'm saying? Now he's growing up with you don't have a strong, I don't know what your situation is, but I'm not trying to use you. I don't know what your situation is, but we need that father figure in the house.
My dad is a father figure, but that don't mean you not gonna get married. My mom and dad is married.
Her parents were married.
What about you? I want to get married. Yeah, I want to get married. I definitely want to get married.
Get married to bride new.
What's the next topic?
So those are all of the guys said they wanted to get married. So this is what I'm showing you, that when I have conversations with people, the guys want to get married, but they're looking for women who want to get married too. But if you're saying you don't want to get married, then you're not gonna beat you over the head like, woman, marry me. No, they're gonna look for people that are excited to get married. Why would you do something you're not excited to do? So yeah, that don't make much sense either. So I hear that. And let me see. Go through this real quick. See what they say over here. All right, so here on this one, they're going to talk about one of the reasons, right? One of the reasons for like, if you're not totally like that girl, she was totally like, and like she just wasn't having it. Like, never saw it, and it's like I come from, a broken place, and I never saw it. I don't want it. I'm cool, right? Never saw it. I don't want it. I'm cool. I just keep raising my 2 kids myself, whatever. What she don't understand is like her looks is not gonna keep going forever and ever, ever. Like she's gonna get older and she's gonna need to, if she's not taking care of her retirement, she's not taking care of herself, her health and all of that, you're gonna need a partner. So she's gonna find out later. She's still also young. The value of marriage. But there's some things you find out for yourself, but you need to be like perking up your ear to why is everybody else saying this is a good idea? And I don't know about it. Like just because you grew up a certain way, it doesn't mean you are exonerated from life or exonerated from finding out what the hell it means. Just because we didn't grow up with money doesn't mean that we don't need to learn about money. Johnny says these people never been married before, so they don't have any clues. They're just assuming. Right. So a lot of people are assuming. I've been actually married. So here's another one. So women, another reason why women are not getting married right now is because, like I said in the beginning, they're choosing their careers over. Oh, she said, yes, I do. The women are saying, yes, I do. I do with a ring, honey. I know that's right, Taisha. Right. Oh, okay, you guys can see it. Good. I'm glad you can see it. All right. Well, let me show y'all so y'all don't feel left out. That's how I do the kids. If I tell one kid I love them, I gotta tell everybody I love them. they be waiting too. I was like, y'all get on my nerve. All right, so later on in this, we're talking about the Daily Wrap Up crew, and here one of them gets offended in the whole clip, and she says like, "Is your mother black?" All this stuff. They're being really calm right now, but they was going in, and it was like, it was a little weird. Like, dang, she came up on him. He says, what about multiplying the earth for replenishment's sake and holy matrimony ordained by God? I know. It's like if we continue to not understand why we're here and to build, why are we gonna why do in our mind like our people want to say, you know what, I'm just gonna do the bare minimum. I'm not gonna overwork myself. I'm not gonna fight for the things that my ancestors fought for me to have. I'm not going to take advantage of those opportunities. And I'm just going to chill. And I'm going to zero out when I'm dead. I might even be in the negative. I'm going to zero out, right? You zero out, and then what happens? Your kids got to start all over from scratch. You missed the entire point. Your kids are supposed to be better than you. Your kids are supposed to have it better than you. If your kids don't have it better than you, you have failed. They got to do the same. Come on. What did you do? What did you do? Why was you here? So we need to start thinking about the future. So
chose her career. She talks about it. She chose her career over having a family. Roxy from 106 and Park talks about her granny having chose her career. One Jamaican, one Jaleesa.
Oh yeah, I saw this one.
Contributing to their family, so on and so forth. I mean, I was literally just watching MTR before we came on. He did one Jamaican with Jaleesa for BET. And she's 40 something. Single. Chose her career. She talks about it. She chose her career over having a family. Roxy from 106 and Park.
A lot of these women are trying to decide whether they're going to do their career or their family, right? Personally, I didn't have to choose between college and my family because because I got married so early, and I decided to just do the rest of my college from home. So I finished up my schooling. I did still go to school. I forgot all these things happened. But yeah, so you can have a family and then get your college degree. But what people are saying is like, oh no, like if you have somebody that you want to get married to, just don't marry them. Wait and then finish up your college degree and whatever, right? But the thing about it is when you go to college, it's one of the biggest opportunities for you to find your partner. Um, Lalu says there's no excuse for failure in life. Exactly. So you have to keep fighting and working. But a lot of people don't want to work. Like they don't want to put the work into what needs to be done. So I went to college and I was able to get my degree and still mother the children. I was able to do school. I was still able to run my business. I may not run at the same pace as everybody else, but at least like, oh, stop. At least I'm gonna see my daughter go to college and me and her are close. And I know I put all this good stuff in her. She's already showing that she's capable of making great decisions. And I know that I've been like beating certain things into her over the years. And I was able to prioritize, not that I'm the gold standard, but I was able to prioritize my family, regardless if the marriage worked out or not. I was able to make sure, I said, look, if the marriage is going down, I'm going to make sure me and these 3 little girls is straight. I'm going to make sure we're tight. I'm going to make sure they know what life is about. I'm going to make sure they have good morals. They have good character. I'm going to make sure they're not unproductive, even though they be in their room on their phone sometimes. You know what I mean? But they understand. Mommy, I want you to be the boss again. They have that role model. They have something to strive for. They have somebody to beat. They have a record to, how you like, I'm gonna beat my daddy record. They have a record to beat. Mommy, I did this faster than you. Great, baby. I got you. I'm here to push you as far as I can. Right? But I'm also not gonna tell you, hey, don't get married. Wait until you're 35 to get married. Like it doesn't, like I was confused. I didn't know when it was the right time to get married. I jumped in that rope so fast. I was confused. I don't know. Right? But 35 was not it. You don't wait till you're 35 as a woman. Now it's like your body's telling you right then and there, like, ma'am, you were supposed to have a baby way before this 35 mark, right? I'm cool. Like I can move on. I have my 3 daughters. I have a son. Like I'm cool whether I have kids or not. Any more kids, I'm straight because I prioritize my family. I'm not in my 40s. I didn't even hit 40 yet. And I'm not in my 40s, and these women are saying, like, I want a career, and I want to keep working on my career. And it's like, listen, I get it that you're young and you look good, and this is how you make your money, but having you're something that's temporary, that's this money. I remember getting money from when I was in real estate, and I started getting money. I was like, yeah, I see why they say this is not fulfilling. What's fulfilling is the part where somebody lights up because they have the keys to their house. What's fulfilling is when I'm doing something with my family. That's fulfilling. But just the cash, just the money, and it just be like 1 minute you don't have money, and then the next minute your bank account is full. You just be like, I still feel the same emotions. I still feel the same way. I don't feel like I'm singing in the rain, And once I got that taste, I'm like, no, my family is the most important thing. So women, just remember, young ladies, at this point, the grown women can do whatever they want to do. I'm going to talk to the younger ladies, like make sure you know that your family is important. You can always go back, and you can get married first. Let's say you get married, like you had to choose between marriage and college. Right now, on the spot, gun to your head, marriage or college. Pick marriage. You can always go to college. Pick marriage. You can have your kids, right? And then you can have your kids first, and then you can go get your career started. If you're not going to be the best actress and the youngest, hottest thing, then go be a producer, go be a movie director, go do something else. But you can always have a career. If you pick well, you may not have to. Y'all may be straight anyway, right? Y'all could do something together. But now it's like I want to build all by myself. I mean, I was on my way. I was like, y'all messing around in these streets. I was like, I'm just gonna chalk it. No guys for me. I get it, ladies. I understand. I was just like, this is less stressful but it's not. On one hand, it's not. You're not dealing with another human being stress, but life is going to stress you. And then who you have when you by yourself. You know what I mean? When women need that emotional support, and when you don't have that emotional support, and because you feel like all men are this and all men are that, because you're negative about it, then you lose on that. You could have made more money with a man because he was supporting you emotionally. He was there for you.
Talks about her ready, having chose her career at 40, single, no kids.
Yeah, I saw this video.
The Kendra G's of, we can go down the list of all these women who chose their career before they decided.
And guess what? It's a whole bunch of people telling them not to get married, not to have a kid. Not only do the people around them, be careful, because the people around you, they're cool and everything. They be the main ones saying, don't have a kid, don't have this, don't have that, right? But they're only saying that because you are their paycheck. You are their paycheck. If you had somebody that was vetting these people, your man probably like, yo, I wouldn't trust that girl if I was you. Or they only saying that because of X, Y, and Z. If a good one, okay? A good one. Because they do that to the men too.
So when she refers to something, oftentimes she's referring to a marriage. So it's just in her to state that when she's asking a question to another woman.
That's exactly what I was trying.
I didn't say anything about that. Are you talking to me, Anton? I'm talking to everyone. I'm talking to Caleb. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to everyone. Even we who have ears, let them listen. Anton, the way that you put the ears back before you were about to make your point, I cannot. He flipped them ears back, and then he was like, wait. This because I got a broke ear. This one is. It looked like it was torn a couple of times. Oh, it was like. Oh my goodness. I'm just saying, we can't, let's just not. If I jump in to defend, or if somebody else jumps in to defend, this is something that all of us do. We can recognize this at this point in time.
It says, who benefits more from marriage, women or men?
Undercover strategy. We all do it. All do it.
Hey, let's be honest though. Anton just said this about 10 minutes ago, and then they're having a discussion, right? Let them clear up the misunderstanding.
But I just came in to clarify on her and I were you guys started talking while we were talking.
Whenever you're on that, let me know.
No, it wasn't all of us. The person that started it was your friend, Kay. Your friend, Kay. No, everybody was going Press her directly. Say, Kay, can I
right after you do it, let them have the conversation.
Talk to her.
Y'all start jumping in, doing the same thing. No.
Caleb is exactly.
I don't know what they're talking about yet, but the title is She Chooses Her Career Over You. Why Most Women Won't Get Married. Why most women won't get married. She choosing her career over you. I don't know why men think we would. Why? Is it over you though? Why is it the guy? Maybe she just doesn't want to get married. I think women do this a lot too. It's like the guy doesn't want to get married. It doesn't mean that he don't like you or is against you personally. Maybe she just doesn't want. She feels like she's not ready. But he's like, you chose your career over me, and I'm just like. But if you really put yourself in a woman's shoes, it's a hard choice to make. It's a hard choice to make because you don't have to choose your career. You don't have to say, you know what, I'm going to give up my career for you. I'm not going to make any money for the next 5 years. And I'm just going to stay home with this baby that we're about to have. No, that's a big thing to ask any individual that lives in the United States. But like I said, we're combining incomes, we're combining lifestyles, we're combining. So if we're combining, we have to say, you know what? I could do this because now I don't have to go and chase money anymore. But she may really like her career and she doesn't want to lose the momentum. I remember having the baby and I was like, they was doing all types of crazy stuff like, oh, we want to take your office because you're about to have a baby. Oh, I was like, oh, we didn't want to give you any business because you're about to have a baby. Oh, everybody starts discriminating when you are pregnant. And it's a monkey wrench in your career because it's like if you didn't plan it, then now you got to deal with all the consequences. Can you imagine you're building something and they say, you know what? We're going to take the bricks out of your hand, the shovel, like whatever, the mortar. Like he's an agent. I'm not in construction, okay? We're going to take this jackhammer, right? And I know you was building something, but we're going to take it from you and you can't do it anymore, right? You're going to feel like, wow, I got to get set back and all that. But then if you really think about it, you don't lose anything because it's not going to go nowhere. You can restart a career. Let's go back. Let's see if they're going to stop arguing and actually say what I want them to say.
Her and I discussing. You just told her not to do that. Exactly. Wait, but there's a difference. It's only donated if you agree. That's what I'm saying. I know you do.
Ladies.
Wait, can I say something to you guys?
Last thought,
Okay. There's a difference between jumping to the Kayla and me trying to rectify something, the understanding. There's a difference. Because I said it was an misunderstanding of communication. There was a misunderstanding for Kayla too. Hey, let me just finish. And that's what Trill was saying. If y'all let them finish, it was a misunderstanding of communication. Hey, you was coming from a different
I really like Q, this girl.
Kayla was trying to come at for Amira. So that's all I'm saying. You just jumped for her defense, and that's not what I was doing for either Amira or Kayla. I was saying this miscommunication, and that's exactly what Trill said. If y'all would have listened, we would get it off. But I'm gonna go.
She's very feminine. I like her. And she sit back and chill. She don't stress herself out. And when she speaks, it's wise. You go, girl. I like her. Because I ain't going to be arguing like a chicken. Just arguing. Some of these, I love these girls, but come on. Some of them just argue just to argue and just be right. Like, I want to be right. No, you want to be right. No, I love to be right, but be right. But they're not right. So they just talk a lot. I don't know how y'all do it.
A lot of super chats came through. I can't wait till the 2 on that. It was a story. Let me take this up real quick. It was a story that came out in the past 24 hours. Jalen Rose, wife, analyst for ESPN, reportedly worth around $3 million, moved to Connecticut for work. Rose cited her work-related decision as the result of the divorce filing. Which brings me to this question. You know the facts.
Ouch.
Are high-value women choosing their careers over high-value men choosing their careers over family? Start with you, Will. Yeah, high-earning women are, I think. Wait.
He changed it.
Can I ask some context right before you go? Yeah, what would you say is
I just wanted you to pay attention to the communication of it. The communication of, hey, can I say this before you go say that? No. They communicate real smooth. I'm not going to say nothing about the negative people.
because we all talk about what a high value.
No, answer. I was going to go there.
Oh, my bad. I'm just curious because I don't know what a high value woman is. I don't know how we define it.
Because a high value woman is not going to choose that. That's why it's confusing. She's going to be in that supportive role and do what's best for them. She's not going to allow a divorce. She's not going to allow a marriage to fall apart over her job. Like, that's not what high value women do. That's like she is in that masculine role where it's like, my money. Oh, they put a number on it. Oh, I need this opportunity. Oh, I'm going. I've seen those movies where it's like, I'm going to Paris and for a year, and then she leaves the boyfriend, and then it doesn't work out. And she's like, but why would you not let me choose Paris? And I'm like, when she go to Paris, she's just an intern in Paris. And it depends on how great of a guy he was. So yeah, I don't think that the high value woman definition is going to say like, oh, you leave your man. Like it's for better or for worse. So if it's worse, come on, somebody, Ruth. If it's worse that I have to take an L, I wasn't like this before. Don't listen. I'm different now. If I have to take the L in my business so that way that the family will be okay, I'm actually used to it, to be honest with you, because I do it for my children all the time. There's some things I would have to handle, but I got to drop it so I can make sure my kids are okay. It's about having your priorities in order. So because I got the practice of the kids come first, then my business is unaffected by what is going on with my kids, but kids come first. So if I'm in a marriage, I'm not going to be like, oh no, my kids come first, but not you. And then my money comes first. So I think there is starting to be like, oh, okay. And I never understood. I never liked it. I never understood why. I was like, why would men put me in this position? Why would they want me to take away from God's purposes? All these things. And I was like, it would be better to find a man that could support me in this decision. Right. But if I had to take the L, I would have to just take the L, to be honest with you. Nothing can be more important than my family, than my marriage. And I don't know, everybody don't think like that. I don't know, Ruth, I need to get my money, but money is not going to hug you at night. Money is not going to look after you when you're sick. Money is not going to do all of those things. Yes, it can do a lot for you, but it's to a point, to a certain point. All right, I need to know if y'all can hear me on Instagram. Let me know if you can hear me on Instagram, please.
I didn't, irrelevant check it out. I was just gonna say I didn't. I've heard it spoken, but I can't speak to what a high value woman is at the level, especially as what we understand in this space. A high value man to be. I couldn't speak on that. So the way I understood the question, I'm earning. I know we speak in generalities. I know that. Not every high earning woman is single. Get that.
He changed it. That's good.
There's some pretty successful high earning women. But with the visible eye, of what we observe, including the messaging that gets taught and drilled to women in terms of putting.
Don't let no man take away your dream.
Starting a family. Contributing to their family, so on and so forth. I mean, I was literally just watching MTR for the weekend. He did one Jamaican with Jaleesa from BET, and she's 40-something, single, chose her career. She talks about it. She chose her career over having a man. Who else? Roxy from 106 in Park talks about regretting having chose her career at 40, single, no kid, over being married. Kendra G's of, we can go down the
I didn't hear Kendra G's testimony, but I did hear the other two.
Where they decided to get married. And now they hit a certain age, and they look back, and that they thought were going to be readily available for longer there. And so for me, if we look at the Molly Kara situation, to be honest, for me, I was surprised that Taylor got what he did.
And there you go. So basically, it's not so much that they hate marriage. It's not so much that women hate marriage. It's not so much that they don't want to get married, but they just don't, because society is putting so much pressure on them to anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can. I thought that everything was fine in that song. But then when I got older and I got more wiser, and it says anything you can do as a woman, I'm better than you as a man. I mean, granted, I don't know if that was for two boys or two girls or whatever, but I just know when I was growing up, somehow it was between boys and girls. That's what I heard. That's what my filter was. So we're trying to compete and say, wow, well, I want to get to this level like he's getting to that level. That's our level. I'm not competing with him because I want all the material thing. I want the biggest this and that and the third. Like if y'all can make if you can decide that millionaires are great mothers, millionaires are great wives. Okay, I'm not a money millionaire, but I'm a mama millionaire. I'm a wife millionaire. And then you will realize how much more valuable family is over money. And then you will stop chasing something that you'll never get. She 20 years from now will ask that woman that was married to Jalen Rose, was that a good decision? And then you got to explain your decision to the next man. Y'all know they on the same team. Come on, somebody. Y'all on the same team, guys. I know y'all are. So, and all they thinking is, if she did it to that guy, then she's going to do it to me. And so when the men are thinking like that, then none of them going to touch her. She's not going to marry again. She just might as well not get married. I don't know what's going to happen to her future, but I'm just saying, in that scenario, it's not a good look. So that is it for today. Ladies, you don't have to fear marriage. You got to lean into it. You got to look into it. And like the guy said, people that are happily married are not posting their relationship online because they're protecting it. So it's people out there that are happily married and you won't even know. Like, think about it. We don't have the Huxtables, so we got Sierra and Russell, right? And then see the Russell guy is Russell is getting talked down to because he's not this bad boy stereotype. And then they just be like, well, who's pulling all these strings? What's the puppet thing about? Who said that a future, a rapper, a bad boy is better than a good man? Where y'all getting these things from? They're feeding us poison. Stop eating it, okay? Thank you so much for watching our show today. Tell me how you like the show. Make sure you hit the like button on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Ding. Hit the notification bell. Ding. Thank you. And make sure if you want to buy or sell a home in Pennsylvania or Delaware that you hit up Team Ruth. 267-259-4639. Thank you so much. He said, wonderful tutorial Thursday. Today's Thursday. I don't even know what day of the week it is. All right. Thank you so much. I'm going to keep on cranking these shows out. Hopefully you like them. Let me know what you guys think. Your opinion is highly valuable here. I want to know what you think about it. And we're going to keep going. If you got any topics for me, let me know. And thanks for watching Ruth and Relationships. Ruth and Relationships. Tell me, can you handle it? It's the Ruth and Relationship Show. Bye. Woo.